Welcome back to Flipped Out, friends, family, and fans. I've got a quick little video here. I'm sure you might have already seen it on the interwebs. It's Kathleen Kennedy being interviewed by Josh Horowitz of MTV News. You remember that channel, right? You know, the channel that's supposed to play music? Ha ha ha! No way. Not happening. But anyway, he interviews her and she discusses bringing Palpatine back to Star Wars. She discusses, I guess basically the name The Rise of Skywalker and how it's meaningless, so to speak, that it has nothing to do with what happens in the movie. They discuss Disney Plus and a few other things. I'm sure if you haven't seen it, you'd like to go ahead and catch it. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to that full interview. I hope you enjoy it. Please remember to like and subscribe and comment below so we'll know what you're flipped out about.
You know, there is an appropriate time. We're using this appropriate time as an opportunity to see where we're going now that we're leaving the Skywalker saga behind. But there's no question that there's certain characters that we've created, certainly in the last 3 movies, that we may very well want to see down the line in the future. We also have huge opportunities with Disney Plus now to be able to look at that space and find perhaps even smaller stories, grittier stories, and yet Mandalorian, which debuts in November, has huge scope and scale. So we're just excited about what the potential is for the kind of things that we can do.
You listed a bunch of the upcoming projects. We also know Benioff and Weiss are working on stuff. I just saw Rian Johnson. He said he's hard at work. We haven't heard of any female filmmakers that are writing or directing or attached to any projects.
Oh no, we have several female directors that are working with us on Mandalorian right now. And we'll be doing the same thing with the Cassian Andor. And then conversations with David and Dan and Ryan have been that once we begin to block out the next 10 years, that will be a huge focus.
Knights of the Old Republic, a lot of fans want to see that. Is there any development of that?
We talk about that all the time. Yes, we are developing something to look at. Right now, I have no idea where things might fall, but we have to be careful that there is a cadence to Star Wars that doesn't start to feel like too much. We don't have a crystal ball. We tried a little bit with Solo to see if we could do 2 movies a year and whether or not there was really an opportunity for that. And we felt that's not going to work, so we backed off of that a little bit. But it doesn't mean we don't think about lots of different stories, because that's the exciting thing about this universe.
Last thing for you, the big reveal today, Palpatine apparently
Yes.
back. When you heard that as a pitch, how far back does that go when you heard it?
That goes back to when we were talking about Force Awakens. And, just the whole blueprint of where we've ended up now has kind of been in the works since then. But there was nothing more thrilling than to be in that room and especially have Ian walk out on stage. We were waiting to see what that reaction was going to be.
When did you let Ian know that he was going to be coming back?
We let him know right at the beginning. Really? And he was so gung-ho. He was all for it. He had a blast.